September 16th, 2016, in Little Rock, Arkansas, speaking with my cousin, Mamie Bryant. Mamie, how are we related?
We are related because our mothers were sisters. My mother was the 10th child born to Zini and Ed Porter in Brinkley, Arkansas. And her name was Ruby Estelle Porter, and she married Henry Williams. My maiden name is May Williams.
And you grew up here in Little Rock?
I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, at 2226 Sherman, which is the east side town. And when I went to school, my last 6 years, I first went to Dunbar, which at that time was a senior high and junior high school. And before I graduated, they built Horace Mann High School. And at that school is where I did come in contact with the students that actually integrated Central High School in 1957. The first student that graduated from Central High School was Ernest Green. And if he would have graduated with me, he would have been the president of my senior class. And that is how I do know Ernest Green. Then there's a young lady named...
Which one is Ernest?
Ernest
is he in this picture?
Is right here.
Okay.
Okay. The next one I would like to speak about, of course, is this young lady here, Gloria Ray. Her brother and my brother were best friends, and when my brother had a son, he named him after her brother, Harvey Ray. This young lady here is Elizabeth Eckford, and she was that student who went there on that first day, and no one was at school with her, and I do know of her because her sister graduated in my class. This young lady's Thelma Mothershed. The church that I attend now, her family were actually relatives of the pastor that preceded my brother-in-law, who is the pastor there now. This is Melba Patilla. Melba Patilla wrote a book about Warriors Do Not Cry. And in her book, she made references to how hard it was there at Central High and how the soldiers watched this young man, Jefferson Thomas, who was, this is Ernest Green here, and that's Jefferson Thomas there. This young man was thrown down the stairs and he received a concussion, but the thing I know about Jefferson is that his sister graduated with me, and he had a brother and sister that graduated with my brother, as well as a brother that graduated with my sister Joyce. Carlotta Wall, I know of her because her parents were in the school district during her years of growing up here in Little Rock. Then you have Minnie Jean Brown. I knew her as a child because our parents worked together, and also she attended the church I grew up in, when she was younger. And then this last young man, his name was Carlos Robertson. I think that's correct. And he had a sibling that was in our grade in the school when I attended there. I didn't know him as well as I did know of the others because I had no contact really with that sibling that was his, that was in our age group. But as I told Paul, all of us knew one